imagine the kinds of people you run into on the roads around here. But you're looking a little haggard, if you don't mind me saying so. Had an eventful journey, have you?
My liege, it is
Well, boys and girls, I completely forgot this was happening, but New World finally just came to console.
raise your
Put about 300 hours into the game or so whenever it came out. Me, Prog Shadow, True Gamer for Reals. There's all kinds of content on the channel if you want to go back into the past live streams, past videos. But we're here to just talk about this console beta that just passed and the future of New World, because it seems like they're trying to change the game up and they're trying to rebrand it. And make no mistake, this is an MMO. Now, some of the skill trees may not be as deep as some other games in this genre, but we need more of these in general on the console. And by them saying this is an action RPG, I will say it's some of the most fluid, most responsive combat an MMO has had on a controller, especially so far. And for the lack of super deep skill trees and all that, I can use a blunderbuss and a musket. That's pretty sweet. And the abilities that are there, they go well together. And for anyone telling you this is a PvP-centric game, it can be. Like I said, I put 300 hours into it, and I didn't touch PvP at all whenever I was playing the game. If you want to do that, you're just going to expand the amount of time you want to play. It's great and easy to play with friends. All of that, blah, blah, blah. That's not what we're talking about, though. Most of you probably know what it is, so console version, is it good? It's a downgrade visually. We know that's going to be a thing. That doesn't really bother me. I think the onboarding process itself, as far as the beta went, was a little better than it was originally when the game came out. The new way they have the class systems, I'm not a super huge fan of, but they're not really locking you into anything, so that's fine. I would rather just be able to pick and choose out of everything from all of the classes and all of the subclasses, you could say, or jobs, and just be able to do my thing from there. I will say all of the building and crafting in this game is awesome. All of the way the cities and the towns are built out are great, and as far as using all of those menus on the console itself, it is pretty good. I would like a little bit more of an analog way of doing it, like with the D-pad, but that's fine. We can use our stick or use the pad on the PS5 controller if that's what you're playing on, which that's what we did for this one. We cover a whole lot of Xbox stuff on the channel as well. Just want to say. So, as far as the game goes, combat feels great, like I said, on the controller. We got a little bit of a downgrade visually. They need to absolutely clean everything up across the board as far as the attacks, the way everything moves, the stutters in the game. Now, that being said, I purposely played on Wi-Fi with the door shut, trying to play the worst way possible. I was playing on the West Coast server to see like what's the worst experience I can do that would be the realistic experience for somebody. And I gotta say, it stutters, it has hiccups, it has a lot of issues, but it runs. And it ran day one, first thing, right whenever they turned the servers on. There wasn't an issue. Now, the East Coast servers filled up instantly, so I had to go into the West Coast server. That's fine, whatever. But, like I said, being with all those things playing the worst way possible, I was actually kind of impressed with it. So, you can't really knock that by any means. The thing that I'm still worried about is, like, yeah, it was the grind to 1 to 30. I got to, like, 20-something this time. I was playing a lot of Warhammer still. Just finished the campaign streams. Go check those out. I was doing solo veteran mode run. Gotta pimp the channel a little bit. Like and subscribe if you like anything you see or hear around here. Anyway. The end game was the real problem. You know, about level 50-ish, 60-ish, it just started being a slog, and I know over the years before they even announced that it was turning into a new game, and there were a few expansions here and there, and a lot of things did get quote-unquote better for a lot of people that they were saying in the end game, but I disconnected from it because I knew this was coming, and then I forgot about it all over again. So here we are. So really, though, I do think it is worth your time. If you are not an MMO player and you're more of an action RPG fan, I don't know if I can fully recommend it to you, but if you are a co-op fan of any type, I can absolutely recommend it to you to play with your friends. If you don't like swords and all that kind of stuff, they got the mage build. If you don't like the mage kind of stuff, they got the full-on guns. They got a musket. They got a blunderbuss. Everything's fantastical, but it's in this like 1600 style. So you got mystical stuff maxed up with musketeers and dope hats and hunters and knights armor and all kinds of wildness. But it matches together pretty well. The crafting, all of that kind of stuff feels great. The scavenging feels so good on controller. It's very exciting to see a good MMO come to console. And I know there's the Throne and Liberty coming as well. Don't know what we're going to do on that one. We'll see whenever that time does come. But I just wanted to say, if you're on the fence about this, or you didn't play the beta, or you don't know anything about the game, you have your basic stuff that I'm showing you here on this gameplay that's going behind, but also you have all kinds of dungeons to play. The level cap is very high. There's plenty of grinding. There is stuff past your regular builds once you get to a certain level, and you have free reign on what kind of weapons you want to choose at whatever point. You can just switch your build up and play with all the weapons and do everything exactly how you want to, and that's always a plus to me. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to endorse the game, and that actually makes me pretty happy, because there's fewer and fewer nowadays that I actually want to tell people to actually spend their time on, spend their money on, check it out and see what's going on. And I also just appreciate that this is going to be one time, pay for it. If you don't want to pay for any cosmetics or anything like that, you don't have to. All of the stuff in the game is all player currency and everything, which did hurt the game on the PC version. I don't play it enough for that to matter to me too much. That's fine. But if you just want to play it as a casual co-op game, you can absolutely do that. You want to solo run everything, perfectly fine. The mount system, I know it came out a while ago for the PC version, but we were super excited about that. It's going to be cool to ride wolves and this, that, and the other. Horse feels good enough. But the main reason I made the video is I just wanted to say it feels good on console while it still is in the beta and still feeling janky and still has plenty of work to be done on the worst way to play it. So, that being said, something to be excited about. I'm gonna let this play out for y'all. This has been the Game Thoughts. Thoughts, humble opinions, trolls, strategy. We do long form, short form content. I like to talk about games. I like to play games. Been doing it for about 30 years. I'm 33. It's been that long. Been doing the channel for about, well, coming up on 5 years now. So, we ain't going nowhere. Like I said, we just finished Warhammer. Got a bunch of other stuff on the way. October's coming. We'll see y'all next time.